Hi, Charles Cherney. In this video, I wanted to just dive into Mid-Cambridge, one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city of Cambridge, Massachusetts. And we're looking at the map of Mid-Cambridge here on the screen. And obviously, it takes its name from the fact that, as you see here in the inset map, Mid-Cambridge is in the middle of Cambridge between Harvard and MIT. Essentially, it's located between Central Square down here in the southern portion on the screen, running up Massachusetts Avenue to Harvard Square. The red line here is defining the shape of the neighborhood. This is Kirkland Street, separating Mid-Cambridge from the neighboring neighborhood of Baldwin. And then Line Street, which is the Cambridge-Somerville line. And then you're into Inman Square on Hampshire Street and coming down Prospect Street back to Central Square. So essentially, if you will, the neighborhood is defined by Central Square, Harvard Square, and Inman Square as the three main points. And in the middle of this neighborhood is Cambridge Rindge and Latin School. The city of Cambridge's one high school, and Harvard Yard is found in Mid-Cambridge as well, right next to Harvard Square in this portion of the neighborhood. So that's an overview of the neighborhood. And I just wanted to share a few aspects with regard to Mid-Cambridge. First, I wanted to share a single family that I listed and sold. This closed on December 30th of 2022. And it's a single family on Ellery Street off Cambridge Street and adjacent to the Cambridge Public Library and War Memorial Recreation Center. So this side street is abutting these. And this is just one of a handful of single families on this block. And obviously you can't beat the location considering it's in the center of everything. We're looking here at the front facade. And the home was listed for sale towards the end of 2022 with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, over 2,500 square feet. You can see the parking to the left, a pretty generous lot. And this sold for $1,750. As you can see here from this photo of the light-filled living room, it's a house in need of a substantial amount of renovation. Double doors that open to this additional room off the living room towards the rear of the residence. Some period details you see here from the newel post leading upstairs. Lots of light in this home, big rooms, great potential, and this deck out back with a pretty nice fenced-in yard. So this sold for $1,750. December 30th, 2022. I was the listing agent for this home in Mid-Cambridge. In the first week of January 2023, I had a buyer client close on a townhome on Dana Street in Mid-Cambridge. We're looking here at the open plan of the living room, opening to the dining area and the kitchen. And this sold for $1,400, 3-bed, 2-bath with 1,325 square feet. With a parking space in a 6-unit association in Mid-Cambridge. Here's the kitchen, one of the 3 bedrooms upstairs. And really a very nice feature of the residence is this private patio. This particular home is secluded and set back from the street. So you do have a nice functional private outdoor space in the heart of Mid-Cambridge. So just a very nice offering. And this sold again in the first week of January 2023 for $1,400. We're looking here at the Darwins on Cambridge Street, or what once was Darwins. I'm sorry to say that the Darwins cafes, the 4 of them in the city, have closed. So after 30 plus years, Darwins is no more. You can see the sign here in the window of the former Darwins on Cambridge Street in Mid-Cambridge. Goodbye, Cambridge. Thank you. And it really is such a shame to see them close. Oh, I was such a fan. I'll include a link in the description below of a video I made with Stephen Darwin about Darwins and how it came to be. Before the pandemic, I made that video with him, and it's a great story. And gosh, at that time, I didn't know it was nearing the end of its run. And I'm certainly grateful for all the many times I've gotten a chance to visit all four of the Darwins in Cambridge. This one here on Cambridge Street, when my residence was for sale, my listing on Ellery Street at the end of 2022, I went in here. Place was busy. There were people sitting at every seat, and there was a line for sandwiches and coffee, and I just couldn't even fathom that it was going to close. And sure enough, it has. I walked by it just over the weekend, and this is the picture I took when I was there. And it's just very sad to see the Darwin's cafes in Cambridge close. They will be missed. That's a picture of me with Stephen back in the day at the Mass Ave location in Central Square before it closed. You know, just beyond what was Darwin's, across from Cambridge Ringe and Latin School on Cambridge Street, is this B&B, a friendly inn. And I can't think of a better way to be a visitor in Cambridge than to stay in mid-Cambridge at a reasonably priced B&B, which is what a friendly inn is. And right behind it on Irving Street is Irving House at Harvard, another B&B. This one's a little bit bigger. They have 44 rooms. But these are two wonderful B&Bs in mid-Cambridge that give you, as a visitor, a chance to experience the neighborhood almost as a resident by being embedded in it, and to have the luxury of walking out your door into the mid-Cambridge neighborhood and to feel like you're experiencing Cambridge. So I thumbs up to both of these B&Bs in mid-Cambridge. On Saturday, I took myself to Harvard Art Museums. This is the entrance on Quincy Street across from Harvard Yard. It was a beautiful sunny day, just a delight to go in. I was pleasantly surprised by how busy the museum was when I got there. Lots of other people also enjoying the museum. And if you're a Cambridge resident, it's free. That's kind of fun. This is the enclosed courtyard, the former Fogg Art Museum. That's part and parcel of Harvard Art Museums as it's been rebranded. And it's just very inspiring to step into this space upon arrival and look up and you can see the galleries up above. I tooled around on Saturday on the main level and visited a few of my favorites in the permanent collection, including this self-portrait by Max Beckmann. Just love that. And wow, need I say more? This Van Gogh self-portrait in the museum is like visiting an old friend. Right next door to Harvard Art Museums is the Carpenter Center for the Visual Arts, home to the Harvard Film Archive. And this is a poster of what's on tap to begin the year at the archive. I have so many fond memories of seeing films at the Harvard Film Archive, and I'm excited to go back this year. As you walk up Broadway in the heart of mid-Cambridge, you come to the Cambridge Public Library. This is the extension on the main library building that went up, I think, back in 2010. The glass curtain wall is really impressive. You can see the main entrance to the library there. And it's open again and always gets regular use. And even on a January weekend, there are people in Joan Lawrence Park, which is the green space directly in front of the library here. Just really nice to be in a city that actually has people and life and people enjoying the spaces created for public use. So the library is always busy, and Joan Lawrence Park directly in front of it as well, even more so as we're into the spring and summer months. On my walk on Saturday, I went by this lovely sun mural on the side of Cambridge Ringe and Latin School, which is next to the library. And of course, the school was quiet on a Saturday, but otherwise during the school year, during the week, it's filled with students and bustle and activity. Further down Broadway towards Prospect Street is Peace House. This recently opened after a multi-year renovation. And this building, prior to renovation, I think it could have blown down in a high wind. And essentially it's new construction with the rebuild on the same footprint. But it's just an amazing place, and it's a monastic residence. There are monks living here. Gotta love that. And they obviously are putting on programs to bring people in from the community. And here's the entrance. I love this entrance door. Just an amazing reality that this building exists, that Peace House is here. They spent a pretty penny making this beautiful building, and you can check it out online to see the programs they offer, meditation and such. Took this picture across the street from Peace House on Broadway, one of the many blue bike stands in the city, and these get regular use, and they're a convenient way to get around. And again, I just love that Cambridge offers transportation options, buses, subways, bicycles, and that people are using these on a regular basis. My blue means of transport is my Vespa in season, and I'm excited already for it to come out in April. At the corner of the Mid-Cambridge neighborhood at Prospect and Broadway is this a gas station, Broadway Gas or BG Automotive Car Care. And I go here to fill up because at no additional charge, they pump your gas. And my whole life, I've always done self-serve to save. And so it feels like a treat for me to have someone pump my gas here. And I recently had some tires put on my car here, and it was a good experience. So my mom takes care of her car here as well. They specialize in the car she drives, which is a Fiat. Around the corner on Prospect Street is this Whole Foods, and love it or leave it, it is convenient. This began as a bread and circus, and then prior to being purchased by Amazon, it was Whole Foods. Well, it's still Whole Foods, but it's got that Amazon vibe today. I must say it's convenient. I had ordered something that didn't work out on Amazon, and then to return that item, you just literally walk into the store, no box. You just hand the item to someone and they scan it and you're refunded. So that's convenient. We're spoiled for Whole Foods Choice in Cambridge. This is one of 3 in Cambridge, the other being down on River Street, and then the largest one out at the Rotary in West Cambridge. And then nearby, close to Mid-Cambridge, there's one in Somerville. So there's really actually 4. This is the smallest of the 4. I can walk here from my home, which is convenient. This place is always busy, and they have a small parking lot. It's just nice to have this Whole Foods in Mid-Cambridge. That's my mom, a Mid-Cambridge resident on Antrim Street, and me visiting with her at home. I'm happy to say she's back home after a couple of longer stays at Mount Auburn Hospital in 2022. It's just so nice for her to be back home and for me to be able to visit with her at her lovely home on Antrim Street in Mid-Cambridge. Love you, Mom. My name is Charles Cherney, and I am a top residential real estate agent here to help you buy the right home or sell for the best price in Mid-Cambridge or any of the other neighborhoods of Cambridge or neighboring Somerville. Here on my website, with the link below, you can see what's active and available for sale in both cities. And this website does update in real time 24/7. I've been an agent in Cambridge and Somerville for nearly 25 years, and I welcome the opportunity to connect with you, to be of service, and to answer your questions about the market, your home, and the community. I hope you have found this Mid-Cambridge video valuable and useful, and I welcome the opportunity to connect with you. Be in touch. Take care.